Welcome to the TTiepod, where we normally take off our ties, offer our guests some tea, let them be relaxed, and give us insight into what really makes them tick, not just in Angola, but the continent and beyond. I'm your host, KD, and I'm here with my co-host, Elio.
Hello.
So today is kind of like a different format. We're here at the Angola Oil Gas Conference 2025, where we're meeting up with executives, engineers to talk about what oil and gas means to them, especially as Angola is celebrating 50 years of independence. Now, that doesn't mean oil and gas started 50 years ago. It started way before that. But this 50 years, what has happened? And how do we look forward for the next 50 years? So we're here today with our guest, Mr. Edson from ETU Energies.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So today we're just going to ask you just a few questions. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, a little bit more about ETU Energy, what you do, and so on and so forth.
Excellent. Once again, really happy. It's a pleasure to be here. Edson dos Santos, I'm the CEO of ETU Energias, who is today the largest private Angola energy entity.
Congratulations.
So very proud. Special year for us as a company. We celebrate 25 years of existence as a company as well. So very proud.
Congratulations on that.
So we are celebrating the 50 years. This is the main theme for this conference. How do you see what's looking like for ETU Energy for the next decade?
Well, first of all, as an Angolan, very proud of 50 years of independence and what this industry has done to Angola. You know, most of the revenue, especially foreign revenue, comes from this industry. The industry has done a lot in terms of people development, the human resources side, or social responsibility side, as well as leading the growth of the economy as a whole.
Exactly.
ETU has been a part of it, especially over the last, I would say, 10 years, 5 to 10 years or so, where we've changed as a company. So formerly we were known as Som Oil, and then we rebranded to ETU Energias, which meant a total change in the company vision, strategy, and the way we position ourselves. So very proud to continue to be an Angolan company, and our name signifies that. ETU means you and I, us together, is Bantu language, so we're very proud of our Angolan heritage and origin. But we want to be known as a company that operates and acts according to international best practices.
Okay.
So that's kind of how...
That's where you're going. You said you changed the name to ETU Energies. Now, a lot of people are talking about energy today, not just oil and gas, but we're talking about renewables, right? So what is actually happening at ETU Energies when it comes to renewables?
Excellent question. The change of name also was linked to that.
Okay.
So we decided that we no longer wanted to be just this company that produces oil and exports it. So we wanted to have a customer-facing business as well.
Okay.
So we decided to make this integrated energy company, upstream, midstream, downstream, and renewables.
Okay.
So the whole value
complete chain
needs to be covered by an Angolan entity, and ETU wants to be that entity.
Okay.
With that, of course, there was a big change, first of all, in the people that we have.
Okay.
Because it's a new skill set, totally different than just pure upstream. So, and the company has been doing very well, I would say. Most of our business, it's still oil and gas, so the upstream is clearly dominant, and we like it that way. But we're expanding on the downstream. Today we have close to 4 petrol stations. We have our own lubricant. So ETU Energias lubricant, which is doing very, very well. We plan to build a factory in Angola so that we can actually make our own lubes in country. So on the renewable side, that's the newest business within the whole company, and it's starting to grow. We have 2 projects ongoing, and we see that as the fastest growing business within our portfolio. But the core of our business is still oil and gas, because we, regardless of what you hear, 80% of the energy matrix is still done by fossil fuels.
That's true.
And we expect them to continue to be dominant at least until 2050. So that's our view.
That's good. And even as you're changing and you're growing as a company, because it's definitely huge growth, 25 years, what about in terms of training the next generation? Because the president did say that, about, okay, here's the next generation. What are we doing for the next generation? Because within oil and gas, when I look at it from as an outsider insider, a lot of people still rely on skill sets from outside. We have a lot of foreigners that are supporting oil and gas, right? How is ETU trying to change that, upskill their people, bring in new technology to support that growth?
Now, tremendous challenge, really, really big challenge. But we feel like we are able to do that by balancing between the experienced expat and the talented young Angolan that is coming through. So within our company today, it's about 95% Angolans.
Oh wow!
So how many employees there is?
300 direct hires, and then if you add contractors and everything, gets up to close to 1,000.
Okay.
But it's clearly an Angolan company, run by Angolans. Most of the work is done by Angolans, for Angolans, and that makes us proud.
Yeah.
But we do recognize the value of partnership, the value of bringing in the right skill set to perform first, because we need results.
That's true.
Part of my responsibility is to be successful so we can pay more taxes, employ more people, and develop the country. But those expats also have a clear mandate to train and develop nationals. And they are here on a time, right? They have
a time frame too.
Very specific. Most of them 3 to 5 years max, and the expectation is that they'll be replaced by one of these young, talented Angolans that continue to show up. Every time we go out to the market, we find a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
That's great.
We love it. We love it.
As a private Angolan company, you know, there's this responsibility to the society of giving back, and the name of the company itself is us, right? Integrated. So I'd like to know what are some of the corporate social responsibility that ETU is taking into account.
Now, very, very important. As part of our mission, we have, of course, the whole profit side, and then we have the taking care of the community side. So to us, it's not just something that we do every now and then. It's who we are.
It's part of DNA.
It's part of our DNA. Thank you. Much better words. So we do a lot. Our focus is clearly on what we are talking about, education, and then health as well.
Okay.
So we do a lot of, we build schools. But in ETU, we don't just build stuff and hand over. We make sure that it is sustainable.
That's key.
So we train the trainers. We make sure that the kids have a proper meal. We make sure that the teachers can go and come back to the school in a manner that they will not miss classes.
Yeah.
So we are a partner that is there not just to build and hand over, but to make sure that it runs well with quality. And we do the same with clinics. Lately, we've done 2 new projects around social responsibility. One is, again, making sure that these communities are self-sustained. Yeah. So we've been helping agriculture quite a bit.
Okay.
And fisheries as well.
So quite diverse. Yeah, from school, health, agriculture, fishery. No, that's great.
No, we need to make sure that we make a difference, especially close to our operations. And that continues to be our focus. And what we do well as an engineering company is, of course, we drill wells. Yeah. So what we've been doing lately is drill water wells as well. There's a lot of remote villages that water is still a challenge, believe it or not. So we make sure that we do that. We provide potable water, drinkable water with high quality that they, helps tremendous difference in their lives. So that's something else that we've been doing with the community. So a lot of work, and very proud of it, and we feel like we can do more. So.
Okay. So I know we have touched a little bit at the beginning, so I would like to bring it back a little bit and to see, henceforth, if you describe ETU strategic plan for the next 25 years to cope on with the 50 years we're celebrating, what would be the scope of image that you envision?
Wow, that's the type of question that my board spend days or weeks working on. I love it. No, we want to be in the top 5 in Africa as a company. So Angola is a step, but we feel like we can do a bit more. Yeah. Near term, and to ETU Energias, Angola is always first. Okay. So our priority is clearly Angola, and will continue to be for the next 5 years. We expect to reach about 80,000 barrels of oil per day. Today we produce about 25, so huge steps. So we have a very clear plan that will take us from the 25 to the 80. And we believe, at least, that we have the right people, the right talent, and the right partners to get there. And within those partners, the government is a piece of it.
Yeah.
And what we heard today in this conference makes us feel even better that we have the right partners to make this a reality. Looking beyond that, we need to continue to diversify. We believe that gas is going to be extremely important as a transition fuel over the next 10, 20 years. So we expect to be shifting slowly, but to shift and increase our focus on natural gas because it's, of course, as everybody knows, cleaner than all the other fossil fuels. Plus, the infrastructure is already there, and we know how to produce oil and gas. So to us, it's almost a natural next step. With that, renewables will grow. It's the fastest growing business within, at least in terms of investments, within our portfolio. And again, getting outside of Angola and diversify our risk geographically is also quite important.
Okay. Now thanks for that. Just touching last one on gas. You spoke about gas, that shift to gas. And I know Angola right now is big on gas. But also when we look at West Africa, the shift that they're doing of connecting West Africa to Europe, is this something that ETU is keeping an eye on as well?
We have to.
Or even moving eastward is an option.
Why not?
That's another option.
Yeah.
The benefit of a company like ETU, we are very different than the other big companies that you see in these conferences, right? But three words I would use to describe us that I think are different. We are extremely ambitious, agile. Taking decisions in ETU is not a bureaucratic and long process, and we are accountable. You know, we say what we do and we do what we say. So with those three words, I think we can bring a different perspective and a different look at the same opportunities. We believe we can still make money with smaller pockets of gas and oil. We believe we can be more nimble in terms of transporting those molecules and making sure that the source and the market or the people that needs are connected. So we see clearly a role for companies like ETU in the near future on the oil still and especially on the gas area.
So keep us proud of it.
Exactly.
It's proud to hear that national companies have such potential as ETU, and we are definitely cheering for that and to become a role model for the next SMEs that will come up there and be inspired.
No, thank you. As I said, very proud to be Angolan. We feel like Angola needs not one, but 10, 20, 50 companies like ETU. There is a niche that is being created now that is perfect for the smaller, agile, and nimble companies, and we want to lead that effort. So.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, just a small word around people.
Okay.
I know we talked a little bit about it, but you cannot afford not to focus on people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the strategy, the plan that you have, unless you have the right people, you'll never be successful. So just a small word towards the focus on developing your people, believing in them, and making sure that you prepare them for the challenges.
And ETU has the right person leading them.
I hope so.
Human capital.
Capital. Now, Mr. Edson, thank you so much for spending some time with us. We will invite you back, if possible, to our podcast, which is about taking off our ties. And hopefully we give you some tea.
You should have told me. No tea. I'm still wearing a tie.
We're at a conference. So we are going to invite you back in just to get a bit more info about who you are as a person and what makes you tick. So we'll definitely invite you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right,
appreciate the call.
To our audience, thank you so much for being part of this. It's been a pleasure to speak to the CEO of ETU Energies, an Angolan company that is all about pushing things forward for Angolans. So if you're out there, you also have ideas as an Angolan, setting up companies here. Why not? Why not take that leap? You never know, 25 years time and maybe you that we're talking to or our kids are talking to. Anyway, keep tuned in and join us, subscribe to us, follow ETU Energies as well on LinkedIn as well, on Instagram and all the other platforms as well. Till next time, see you soon.